Hey guys, it's Stephen Cooley and welcome to Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. We get lots of questions from various sources, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok now, and I just thought we would accumulate those questions and I'd answer them on today's show. Some of them are interesting, most are about business, a few of them are about me personally, so I thought it would be fun to answer those, so hopefully you will too, and learn a little bit more about real estate, maybe a little bit about me also in this process. So I've got the list here of the questions that have come in over the last few months, and I thought I would answer them now. The first question is, how long have you been a real estate agent? And the answer to that is 32 years. I got in real estate when I was 21, fresh out of Winthrop University, which is down the street from where I'm sitting now. And it's the only job I've ever had as an adult. Before that, I worked in a restaurant and did a little bit of retail work in high school and college to pay for college, but this is the only adult job I've ever had. Next question is, what is the most expensive sale you've ever had? The most expensive sale was last year. It was $3.3 million, and it was in South Charlotte, North Carolina. So, and the next question is real similar. What is the least expensive sale? And got to remember, I go back to 1989 selling real estate, and real estate was a lot cheaper then. But in the last few years, we actually sold a home that was $12,000. And we also sell everything in between $12,000 and $3.3 million. What are you currently reading? I try to read a lot, but it's usually about real estate or business. I'm currently rereading a book that I read a few years ago called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And it really just talks about having grit in life and how important that is to be consistent and not give up. And I decided in mid-2021 I needed to read that again. So I'm currently reading that, but good question. What is Barbara Corcoran like in person? So Barbara Corcoran endorses us in the greater Charlotte, upstate South Carolina market. And she's a fantastic person. If you have the opportunity to go on YouTube and watch her present her story, it is certainly a rags to riches story. If you don't know who she is, she's on Shark Tank, and she sold her, she built a real estate company in New York City from nothing and sold it for over $60 million. And it's an honor for her to endorse us in this area, and I found her to be absolutely a fantastic person. Where do you exercise? A good question, personal question. I exercise in Rock Hill. I belong to LA Fitness in Rock Hill. I used to do CrossFit, but I've switched over to boxing at Rock Box Riverwalk, and I absolutely love it. I do it 5 or 6 days a week. I've always had a gym membership, but I've also always done group workouts. And as we know, CrossFit's a group workout, and Rock Box is one also. Do you prefer dogs or cats? Well, I like them both. One of our fundraisers is the Humane Society of York County that we fundraise for all the time, and we also present 2 dogs each week that need a home. And but dogs are my favorite. Now, I had a dog for 13 years, and her name was Stella, and she passed away last year. So, and I'm thinking about getting another one. I'm just trying to get the right time. What's your favorite restaurant? I love eating local, and I live in Fort Mill, South Carolina, so I'm really enjoying Epic Chop House and Napa. In Rock Hill, there is Pump House. And then I would say if I'm traveling, if there's an Eddie V's, I go to Austin a lot for Keller Williams. There's Eddie's V's there. Now there's an Eddie V's in Charlotte. By the way, none of those are paid endorsements. I just love their food. Where do you prefer to vacation? Beach or mountains? I like them both, but beach is a definite on that. So I love where we live. We're about 2.5 to 3 hours from Charleston, and that's a great place. I'm going to build a home. What's the color to paint the exterior? I would say paint it whatever color you like. I've got a lot of favorite colors, but they're kind of, if it's enclosed, it's probably a blue. If it's in some other things, it's kind of an eggplant purple. Probably not going to paint your house eggplant purple. I mean, you could. I would say the best looking homes in neighborhoods are a white house with black shutters, black roof, and maybe a little bit of color in the front door. I always like those. They seem to sell really fast and maybe for a little bit more money. Where do I get a loan to buy a home? You can get a loan at whatever bank you bank at. Then there's mortgage companies that don't offer traditional banking, but they offer home loans. I'm really a fan of Movement Mortgage and Prime Lending, and we can provide you their information if you're thinking about getting a loan. Just reach out to us. What do you watch on TV? I have about 6 TVs in my house, but I really put them everywhere just for other people who are visiting. I do have a TV in my bedroom, and at night I go to the YouTube app and get caught up on news and business news and see what's happening in the world and around here locally business-wise. What do you spend your money on? I would say my biggest expense that I spend my money on is work clothes. I wear suits every day, and I like suits. They're not really expensive suits, but I like a variety of them. And so that's probably my biggest expense over a long period of time, just work clothes. Would you buy my home for cash? Yes, I will buy your home for cash. Yes, sure. I'd rather sell it to someone who wants to live in it, and they'll probably pay more money than me. So just reach out to us if you want to get top dollar. Is there a best time of year to sell your home? Whenever you're ready to move is the best time of year. Seasonal selling is more resort selling, or maybe somewhere up north where it's real cold and you really can't see a home because all the snow's on it. They kind of nest for the winter, but we're in North and South Carolina and we have a 12-month selling cycle. So whenever you're ready to move, that's the time to sell your house. Should I wait for prices to come down to buy a home? No, because they're not going to come down. Why do I need a real estate agent if I'm selling my home when homes are selling so quickly? Finding a buyer for a home is one of the smallest jobs we do in the sale. You need great representation. It's usually an 8 to 12 page contract that is legally binding that the realtors can advise you on. There's home repairs, there's home inspections, there are appraisal issues, there's HOA issues, and a great listing agent will guide you through all that and probably with great advice pay for themselves in the process. How do I get into real estate? I'm asked that all the time, and I would say that if you're interested in real estate, before you take the class, find someone to shadow and really understand what we do and see if you're a match for that job. We have 2 online assessments that we can give you that will see if you would be good at real estate and real estate sales. Real estate is so much more than just selling real estate. We represent people, and not everybody likes doing that. So I would say shadow someone, find out if you're interested in actually doing the job and long term, and then we can tell you where you take the real estate course and get you going. So if you're local, reach out to me and I'll tell you about the opportunities here at Stephen Cooley Real Estate Group. So hopefully those are some questions that you found interesting about real estate and a little bit about me. If you've got questions you'd like to ask me, or if you'd like to follow me, it's just on Instagram as @Stephen Cooley, and we answer lots of questions all the time on there.